Hello, and welcome to this instructional video where I will have the pleasure to explain the structure of the new and revised homepage templates. Within this template, you will find various options of which homepage that you would like to choose, along with built-in features that will allow the student to have a more consistent learning experience throughout courses. Stay tuned and let's catch the wave. All right, so we're going to go ahead and begin with the homepage itself. This template includes 3 homepage options for you to choose from. Each option is already built and ready to use, allowing you to select the layout that best fits your teaching style and your course needs. To view the available home pages, you would go to the Pages selection that is in your course navigation menu. If you look to your left-hand side, you scroll down until you find the link for Pages. When you select it, you'll be redirected to the current home page that you have. On the top left-hand side, you will look for a button that states View All Pages. You select and scroll down. When you scroll down, you're going to look for homepage option 1, and notice underneath you'll find homepage option 2 and option 3. Now, you can go ahead and preview these layouts and then decide which design works best for your course. Once you've selected the page that you'd like to use, you're going to simply set it as your front page. So the way to be able to do that is, say for example, in this case, I am absolutely positively sure that I'm going to use option 3 as my front page. Well, there's 2 ways to go about this. The first and most straightforward way to do this is to go to the far right hand side and select on the 3 dots and select the option that states Use as Front Page. When you select on this option, it'll automatically set it as the home page. So it'll be the landing page your students will see as soon as they click on your course. Now, if you have already clicked into the actual page itself, what you would then do is look for the same 3 dots that these are going to be in the top right hand corner. Click on the 3 dots and same selection, Use as Front Page. When you select it, notice that there will be a indicator at the top of the page that will state Front Page. So once you made that selection, you're going to simply just hit Home and verify that the page that you have selected is indeed the home page, which it turns out here, everything is good to go. Now, among every single home page, you're going to find one consistent button, and this button will be for the instructor information. So this button is strongly encouraged for faculty use because it gives students a clear place to learn about their instructor and how to communicate effectively with them. So some of the things that this page includes is your name and your preferred title, your contact information, your office hours, and your availability, some of the response time expectations, and the best way to reach you. So let's go ahead and click into the instructor information button. So at the far top, you'll notice that there's already quick facts. These quick facts are consisted of your office hours, your preferred method of contact, and the typical response time that you have established. As you scroll down, you will have information about yourself. This is really up to you. It can be information about where you're from. It can be information about your educational credentials and so forth. Underneath, you got your office hours, how to be contacted by your students, and then any kind of tips for success that will be geared towards your students. Now, what this does is this actually helps personalize your course environment, and it often reduces the student uncertainty when they need that assistance. So students actually tend to feel more comfortable reaching out to you when the expectations are far more clear. So another common feature that is across each single home page is the campus resources menu, or a button area for those campus resources. These links are designed to provide students with quick access to important support services such as tutoring, library resources, advising, student support, and technical assistance. So keeping these resources visible inside the course can be especially helpful to students who may need support but are unsure where to begin. It places assistance within reach instead of requiring students to search elsewhere. So the place that you'll be able to find these resources, in this case for the third option, it will be in the drop-down menu that is in the bottom. Notice these are all already linked here in the bottom and will direct students straight to the resource that they would need. Now, for the first and third option of home pages, this is the method in which they are stored inside of the drop-down. But for the second option, you will find that it is now a button itself. It is still the same layout, but it has been condensed into a button. So I'll click on Campus Resources and I will be able to find my Campus Resources menu. Now, we're going to begin looking at the different options that are available to you that provide flexibility based on how you prefer to structure your content. If you organize your course through modules, you may use the included weekly or module to-do lists. These pages are intended to be placed inside of each module and help students clearly identify what needs to be completed during that unit. There's two versions that are available. The first is a simple to-do list, which works well for a clean checklist format with only the essential tasks. The second is a detailed to-do list, which provides additional space for headings, assignments, assignments, reminders, links, and due dates. The way to be able to access these to-do lists is to first orient yourself to modules. And if you make your attention towards the bottom, you will find that there is the detailed and the simple format. Now for the detailed, notice there is a simple table that provides insight as to what activities are being conducted that week. But if you scroll down, there are drop-down sections where you will be able to provide the student more insight about the assignment. Now, if I make my way back to modules and I look underneath the detailed to-do list, I will find a simple one. And really the biggest difference here is that there is no drop-down sections within this checklist. Now, these lists can be specifically helpful for students because they can reduce confusion and they provide a clear weekly path throughout the course materials. So if you prefer to give your students a full overview of the semester in one location instead, you may want to include or use the course schedule page. So to find that, you'll make your way back to home page and notice that this specific home page has a course schedule button. So when I select it, I have an 8-week schedule format that is currently in place. Now, there's 3 options. There's an 8-week format, a 12-week format for summer purposes, and a 16-week format. You can select the versions that matches the length of your course and then update it with your specific assignments, your due dates, and instructional activities. So some instructors prefer using only modules with weekly to-do lists. Others prefer using a full course schedule page. Many choose to use both. So the best option is the one that creates the clearest experience for your students and it aligns with how you manage your course. Now, in order for you to be able to adjust the format for this specific page, say for example, if you don't have an 8-week course and you're planning for a 12-week course, this is what you would do. So if I make my way back to home page, I'm going to go ahead and click the edit button that's on the top right. Make my way towards the rich content editor. Now, I want to find the button that is specifically for the course schedule. What I'm first do here is I'm going to click on that button because I want to identify that this is the particular button that I am referring to. Now, now the other thing here is that I'm going to remove whatever link is currently there because I don't want the 8-week course link. So now once I remove it, there is no link associated with that button now. So what's going to happen here now is that I'm going to look for a chain, like a little link image on the menu, and I'm going to select course link. So what pops up now is a menu where you will be able to see pages, assignments, and so forth. But in this particular circumstance, the 12-week format or the 12-week schedule is a page. So if I wanted to adjust my 8-week format page into a 12-week format, what I would then do in this case is just click 12-week schedule. And now my button has relinked to now provide the 12-week schedule. So in this case, the last thing I would need to do is scroll down and click save. Now, once the page refreshes and everything is good to go, I'll click on course schedule and just verify that the weekly schedule format is updated. So in this case, it is. And that's how you change your weekly schedule format. The last topic that I'm going to be referring to in this instructional video is regarding the one module that is within this shell. Within this one module, you're going to find resources that I have specifically placed in there for you. Now, one of the first things that you'll notice in the module is that there is a page for you to watch the template introduction video. That will be this video that you're currently watching. Now, underneath that, you're going to notice a direct link to the Faculty Resource Hub. In this resource hub, you're going to find resources over Canvas, over campus resources that pertain to you as an instructor, and you're also going to find accessibility resources as well. Now, keep in mind, the accessibility deadline has been extended for 1 year, but we all know 1 year goes real quick. So please, if you can, jump on that. Take a look at those resources because it is a gold mine. All you got to do is dig deep. Now, the other resource that we have here is an LMS support request form. The Distance Education Department has composed this request form in order to better track how we are providing services. Additionally, it provides us a system to be able to cater to first come, first serve sort of situations. Now, aside from the request form, there's also new updates from Respondus Monitor about a second camera option where essentially students will be able to not only just use the camera from their laptops, but also use the camera from their phone. So now you get double the coverage to ensure your students are not cheating. Aside from there, you have a course attendance verification quiz. Now, the purpose of this quiz, it is simply just a quiz that has a statement where a student will either approve or disapprove. The whole point here is that students have a method of recording that they are participating in the course. Therefore, they don't feel like they will be dropped. Now, aside from the quiz, that's where you will have your to-do lists, where you will use them within your modules. So basically, this module is there for you. I encourage you to not delete it. Please use these resources, and thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I wish you nothing but success, and if there's any kind of button within this template that you feel you'd like to refine in order to provide your students a quicker access to a software, a website, please email me. Just reach out to me and I will work with you one-on-one in order to make that happen. Again, thank you for watching this video and have a lovely rest of your day. Goodbye.